fantastic race, and I'm sure it's just a lead up to what we can expect later on in the spring. First time the two had met. Most exciting race I've witnessed probably since that Caulfield Guineas, Redute's Choice and Testarossa a couple of springs ago. Now here's Hot Riff coming up into the line next to Summer Rule and Noir Seer. Lady Marion moved up unbeaten in 2 starts here. Got some good Moonee Valley form amongst these runners though. Tickle My's won 50% of her outings here. Got a good record. And Damien Oliver on board. Moved in there. Here's Madame Plume, another one of those with a good record at the track. Sept here is locked away. So Tickle My favourite. The best tried on track clearly is Flushed. Been very well supported. Number 5. Excellent win in the Let's Elope last time out, and comes here with a drop in the weights. Coming up into the stalls now is Flushed and locked away Yuma Line. So 3 to come up now, and we'll have them right to go. Rakina, Quietly Adamant and Tyroline. So 3 to get set. Damien Oliver was telling the crowd at the presentation it's the most exciting race he's been involved with for a long, long time. He really didn't give himself much of a chance of winning 500 from home. I don't think anybody did watching the race. Northerly was laying in. Ollie was riding him along with the whip in the left hand, but just such a competitor is Northerly. Once he got a sniff of victory, he just seemed to lengthen his stride by another 20 or 30%, and to pick up the great mare, it was just an outstanding victory. Now Rakina's coming up into the line, and she'll complete the line-up here. Good field, this one. Now Curta here getting a little edgy, and Attendant getting in with her. Lights flashing, and they're ready for the stocks. Group 3, 1600. They're off. Flush jumped away okay. Down on the inside, Hot Riff ridden out looking for the lead. Away fast as Lady Marion, and Tickle Myers jumped quickly and is going to be on the pace today. They put 200 behind them. Hot Riff narrowly from Lady Marion. Tickle My deep out around Curta here. Noir is not far away on the inside, and Flushed handy out wider. They were followed then by Bumbleina, who's 2 lengths away outside Quietly Adamant. Another 2.5 to Yuma Line, being followed then by Summer Rule, who's on the inside. Being trailed by Madame Plume, Tyrolean, Blab and Rakina's last of all in the back at the 1,000. Hot Riff by 1 length. Lady Marion second. Tickle My 2 lengths away third. Curta here the rail. Another 1.5 to Flushed, followed by Noir Seer, 2 to Bumbleina, Quietly Adamant, 1 to Yuma Line. Summer Rule, Madame Plume, and then Tyrolean, Blab and Rakina last of all as they negotiate the 800 turn. Hot Riff in front by a neck to Lady Marion, a 1.5 Curta here. Tickle My perfectly poised, 4th the outside. Then Flushed, Bumbleina and Yuma Line starting a quick run as they went by the school. Then Noir Seer over on the inside, and Madame Plume starting a run. Summer Rule is battling. Tyrolean gets moving up towards the turn. Hot Riff gone. Lady Marion hit the lead. Flushed and Tickle My challenge strongly. Then Bumbleina. Madame Plume's running on strongly in the lime green cap. Lady Marion narrowly from Tickle My, Flushed around the turn. Tyrolean making ground, and Madame Plume. Lady Marion into the straight by 3/4. Tickle My, Flushed, and then came Madame Plume and Tyrolean, but Lady Marion kicked away by a 1.5. Tickle My's lifting late. Lady Marion by a length. She holds them out, and Lady Marion unbeaten at the Valley in 3 beats Tickle My. Tyrolean might have grabbed third from Flushed, Noir Seer. Madame Plume didn't go on. Blab made ground, so did Rakina. Bumbleina just battled home. Hot Riff weakened, and then Quietly Adamant, Summer Rule, Yuma Line and Curta here last in. Number 4 is the winner, Lady Marion, ridden by Brett Preble. Number 4, Lady Marion. She's had 3 starts at the Valley and she's won them all. And she came to this race today with 2 runs under the belt, which really were just average, particularly the last run, although she got held up for a run at one stage in the race. Just battled late in the piece though. She's beaten 8.5 by Flushed, so it's been a big turnaround, and largely due to the fact that she's come back here to Moonee Valley, no doubt. Tickle My ran second, number 3, and Tyrolean, one of the few in the race to make ground from the tail of the field, was a very good run. 4, 3 and 15. 4th in number 5, Flushed. She looked to have every chance in the run too. And 5th was number 2, Noir Seer, in 1:38.7 for the 1,600 metres. Just shows you the time they ran in the previous 1:37.1. just how superior those horses really are. They ran along in that. Lady Marion, a 5-year-old bay mare. She's by Dane Hill from Marionique, trained by Dean Lawson and ridden by Brett Preble.
Yeah, good win. She defied them down the straight, down that short Moonee Valley straight, just for one fleeting second. I thought Tickle My was going to lift, but was being safely held on the line. And two of Australia's best jockeys providing the Quinella, B. Preble and D. Oliver. 11.20 and 3.10 for the winner, Lady Marion, trained by Dean Lawson of Testarossa fame. Now, Eagle Farm race
90, 170, Diamond Dane, solid pick. Best back to beat him on track is Century Kid, number 2, and currently 560 on tab limited, 250 the place. The third elect would be Velsantas. Well, it's the second pick on the tote, number 12 at $5 and 230. Be the third pick in the ring, Velsantas. Now coming up, Century Kid, waiting for Gillespie and for Jade Prince. Previous going to Mulan Princess, number 5, beat 8 Altiro for Dotteressa. Graham, thank you. And we've got 2 out here, Gillespie and Jade Prince. Last year's Shannon went to Al Mansour. Lenny Beasley beat Chinoy, a runner today, and Varacul ran 3rd. Jade Prince and Gillespie to come up. In goes Jade Prince. And the Denham stable has a number of runners here, including Gillespie, who's coming up to a wideish alley. And this is the Choose Cadbury Shannon Stakes. A Group 2, 1400. And they're off this time, and immediately Yippee-Yi-Yo dropped out to last, and Century Kid from a wideish alley jumped with gusto and is straight to the lead now from Jade Prince, and then Referral, Georgie Boy. Diamond Dane is nice and handy, and a couple of lengths to On Type, followed by Silver Castle on the inside of Dandify, and getting back in the field now is Referral as they sort themselves out. About 3/4 of a length, Chinoy, Velsantas, Inspire, and then comes another length away, I realise. Yippee-Yi-Yo, Reenact and Gillespie. They come to the side of the track at 8.50, and Century Kid the leader, a length and a half clear now. Georgie Boy is holding second, travelling third, Jade Prince, and the favourite nicely posied Diamond Dane, about 4 to 1 Type and Silver Castle, and then comes wider out Dandify, Velsantas the middle, Referrals on the fence from Chinoy, Inspire, I realise, and then Yippee-Yi-Yo at a good margin off next, Gillespie. At Absolute in the field is Reenact, there homeward bound, and Century Kid first into the stretch, about 2 lengths, Diamond Dane getting right up on the inside. Jade Prince is third from Georgie Boy, feeling the strain, and then On Type followed by Referral, who's made many lengths along the rails from Velsantas. At the 200 marker, J.A. Cassidy shaking up Century Kid. Here's On Type, a big danger on the outside. The leader, Century Kid. On Type is trying doggedly to get to Century Kid. On Type hits the front, I reckon. On Type got there. A nostril, Century Kid, a tight finish. Third going to Diamond Dane from Referral, and further away then was I realise Silver Castle, and then Inspire Velsantas, followed home then by Dandify, Yippee-Yi-Yo, a good margin off next in the run. Another 3 away, in fact, was Gillespie, Jade Prince, Chinoy, and Reenact was second last, and Georgie Boy at the tail of the field. Well, from where we view the race, it looks like On Type. The camera is in a totally different position to what I am. Century Kid jumped beautifully from the wide alley, got across, and was still about 3 clear at 150 to go. And then On Type on the outside, number 6, started to come home the better, and she's got there. And another win to Gay Waterhouse. Number 6, On Type, ridden by Lenny Beasley, has returned $8.10 and $2.80. Number 2 is second, Century Kid, ridden by Jim Cassidy, has returned $2.20. And number 5, Diamond Dane, Corey Brown, third, $1.70.
Yes, 8.10 and 2.80 for number 6, 2.20 for number 2, $1.70 number 5, 18.40 Quinella, 152.40 was the trifecta. On
the only time she's been on any sort of firmish surfaces, she's won, and she's been beaten twice on slow and heavy ground. So she's got the sort of ground she needs. Been well supported. 4 to come in fact, for the last on the card. Gold Lottie. She's one of the chances in a race of chances. Betula, Violet Tints, Haste You Back. Hasty Back's come in quite solidly. A couple of points in the last few minutes. Now Muksan Girl moved along. 3 to come up for the final event. Gold Lottie now moving up into the stalls. Should be unbeaten first up. Went to the post. Hard-held. Had a most recent first up run. Just couldn't get a crack at them one day at Flemington. Now Princess to Here and Dream a Lot will be the last 2 to come into the line. Special Grange firm favourite at $4.30. Princess to Here coming along to complete the lineup. C.S. Hayes won by Deprave, and the Louder Air Fee and Northerly picking up Sunline in the last 50 metres in a memorable win. Just about right to go now for the last on the card. Princess to Here, the one we need. Been digging the toes in a little over there, but they've finally won her over. Froth and Bubble the inside. There's a lot of speed in this race. An attendant to climb out of the way now that they've got that last reluctant filly in the gates. Now the attendant climbs out of the way. We're set. Lights flashing. It looks a good line from this angle. There's a number of attendants in with horses particularly drawn towards the middle there. All clear as through. Started taking time. Now they're away. Princess to Here was a little slow. Dream About got out fast. Shirley's Lavina flew out with Haste Your Back, and Speaker were away fast and going through quickly as Froth and Bubble. As they settle down at the 1,000, and Speaker narrowly from Violet Tints in the middle, Froth and Bubble the rails, then Shirley's Lavina, Haste Your Back is 5th the outside. Cosmic Strike 6th, and the black and white colours down on the inside, being followed closely then by Dream About or Dream a Lot on the outside, and going forward on the outside of these horses wide is Petula with Balbina just inside her. Special Grange has got to the outside with about 4 behind her, including Gold Lottie and Princess to Here with Muksan Girl last. Haste Your Back very deep at the 500 metres has gone to the lead from Speaker, Shirley's Lavina and Froth and Bubble. Petula right behind them, followed by Violet Tints, Balbina here. Special Grange starting to work right around the outside with a good run, and Gold Lottie making ground along the fence as they cornered. Speaker kicking back, Shirley's Lavina, Haste Your Back. They're being grabbed now by Special Grange out wide. She sprints hard and takes the lead. Petula's running on fairly well. Special Grange in front of Haste Your Back, Shirley's Lavina and Petula on the outside, but Special Grange is streaking away and wins the last easily. A double for Dan Nikolic. Special Grange beat Haste Your Back. Cosmic Strike 3rd the inside, then Petula, followed in by Dream a Lot and Shirley's Lavina, Violet Tints, Princess to Here, Speaker, Gold Lottie, trailed in by Balbina. Well back was Froth and Bubble and Muksan Girl at the tail of the field. Too good. Came right around them and one sprinting away in a very, very good performance. Number 14, Special Grange, ridden by Dan Nikolic. A double for Daniel at his 2 rides. 2 rides, 2 perfect wins. Second home, number 4, Haste Your Back, ridden by Greg Childs, off the track all of the way. And third, number 3, Cosmic Strike. 14, 4 and 3. Official in 1:12.6 in the last on the card. Fourth home was number 2, Petula, and 5th in was number 5, which was Shirley's Lavina.
Get 4 for the day, and she's got Specialist, Rings of Gold and Restless here. Specialist very well tried. A little bit of money, as I was saying to our pub and club audience, for Restless, and little late money coming again for Rings of Gold. Interesting race. One to come up. Here's Space Age moving in now, and we're ready. Yes, the last of the day. Previous going to On Type. And they're off in the final event of the afternoon, and near the inside, Regal Zero bounced out in front. Royal Circle got out well. So did Cloth of Gold and Rare Eclipse. To Roman back is not all that far away, and the same for Rings of Gold, and then Specialist getting over nearer to the rails from Restless and Manziel, Koala Con, and Absolute is Space Age. They work to the first corner inside the 1600. Regal Zero taken on by Rings of Gold, who hits the front now, and into the back goes Rings of Gold. A length Royal Circle galloping his way into second. Posse. Regal Zero third. Cloth of Gold is fourth. Then Rare Eclipse on the inside of To Roman back. 2.5 then to Manzeal around the favourite Specialist. A couple then to Restless Space Age the inside. And Koala Con is last of all. 1100 out down the back of the course. And Rings of Gold shows the way a couple of lengths on Royal Circle. 3/4 to Regal Zero. A length and a half to Cloth of Gold. Fourth, one off the rails. Travelling around Rare Eclipse as they reach the 1000. A length then to Roman back. Specialist a little worse than midfield over on the rails from Manzeal, Space Age, Restless and Koala Con. 12 lengths would cover them on the side of the track. They're at the 800 now. And Rings of Gold 3/4 Royal Circle and 2 lengths to Regal Zero. Cloth of Gold is next and then Rare Eclipse to Roman back. 2.5 to Specialist. Awkwardly positioned from Manzeal, Restless. Space Age next to last and 2 lengths Koala Con. They come along to the 500 in the last here at Rosehill Gardens. And the leader is Rings of Gold, one of 3 Waterhouse runners in the event. 3/4 the break now. On in second place, Regal Zero getting right up on the inside. Royal Circle third. And there's almost room for Specialist. Yes, there is. A beautiful run comes for the favourite Specialist. He goes after Rings of Gold. They got a bit tight. Royal Circle, Regal Zero and Rare Eclipse, but Specialist hits the front clearly now. Space Age wide out, but it's all Specialist. It's Gay and Glenn again, and Specialist is going to win brilliantly. Specialist has beaten Rare Eclipse, Photo third, Royal Circle and Regal Zero. Followed home then by Rings of Gold weakening, Space Age next. Cloth of Gold didn't go on. Then Restless, Manzeal, and the last 2, Koala Con and To Roman back. Well, the breaks did go his way. He followed that horse through, and then the heavens opened up and he drove Specialist through. And what a week for Glenn, and what a week for Gay, and what a day for Gay. The last 4 and 4 on the trot for Specialist. He's one of the most improved horses in Sydney, isn't he? We stand by for the number in the last of the day. Number 7 Specialist on Tab Limited, very heavily backed. $2.90 for the win and $1.40 for the place. Raced by Massey, R. Searle, G. Schmidt, P. Dyson, W. Webster, P. O'Toole and R. by Dan Zero from a Prego Mare Jewel, 4-year-old bay gelding. And he's just got stronger and stronger since he won at Canterbury on the 1st of August, and then won again at Canterbury, then here at Rosehill, and this afternoon again. Rare Eclipse has run second, number 10. And Rare Eclipse has returned a dividend of $7.40. Number 8, Royal Circle, is third, $3.30. 7, 10, 8 and 4 on the final event. Specialist Glenn Boss, second going to number 10, third to number 8, fourth to number 4, fifth and sixth to follow. 150.